His name, Merlin.
What's going on, knights, wizards, and lords/ladies of all reaches of Ambion, and welcome back to the Merlin Weekly Reviews. Did you guys miss this? Because this is kind of the home stretch with 2 seasons and a fan-made Season 6 on the horizon. However, let's just jump into the Season 4 Part 1 opener of The Darkest Hour. No music this time. So, how do we open up after Season 3 after being away for so long? Well, it jumps a year into the future, where Morgana's taking her dying sister of Morgause to the Isle of the Blessed for a secret plan. However, during this year interim, Arthur has been acting king with his uncle of Agravain as his advisor. Or was he an advisor? We will never know. However, during this whole scheme that Morgana and Morgause cook up, they open up a veil between the living and the dead that have all sorts of spirits from all the lands just wreak havoc upon everyone of Ambion. And so they must discover the secret way to seal up the barriers that have been breached between both realms so that peace can be restored for everyone. Now that was just the overall plot line for what's going on for Season 4's opener. Let me divulge to you guys what's new about the status quo, first of all, before we go into how I feel about this whole season opener from the first part of it anyway. Status quo that is now the big different chain of events is that Arthur is acting king. His main advisor is his uncle Agravain. Merlin is still placed in the dark for what Arthur should know what Merlin is by now. The Knights of the Round Table, they exist, and I'm going to leave it at that because of what Part 2 does. Morgana is on the run. Morgause, as of this episode, is dead. Mordred, we have no idea where he is. And the day's episode, their antagonists are the Draka, which are just fusions of a lot of different creatures that existed in the afterlife, from banshees to revenants to specters to just regular ghosts to will-o-wisp. It's an amalgamation of all the tropes that you know about the afterlife into a singular form of a skeletal figure just in a ball of mist. So we have no real correlation as to whether or not it's supposed to be an original thing, whether it's supposed to be an amalgamation of all those things, if the Draka are actual subspecies from ghost and specters, or if they're just their own unique thing, because with the afterlife, so many things get brought up that you're just like, I'm not sure, I feel some type of way, and I have no idea how to divulge this in a much more congruent manner since I only have to review this every week upon every week, and I have no time to do research since I have to film so many other things. That's where I'm kind of going in that whole mindset from Part 1 of the new status quo, and how they open up things with the episode antagonist, along with the fact they're trying to do more world building, which is a good thing. Even if certain set pieces look like they're rehashes from other castles and other fields that have been used in prior episodes up to this point. You know, because budget cuts have to happen in order to make an entire event actually go through without a hitch. Oh, I'm saying that right. But still, what are my gripes with Season 4's opener from just Part 1 alone before you go to a Part 2 next week? The main one I can only think of is the fact that it's a horror movie-esque episode. I don't fuck well with sword and sorcery mixing up with horror because it seems unnecessary. It, honest to God, feels super unnecessary on too many different occasions. And if I'm honest with you guys, I don't care about all the drama that's going on thus far, because it's like, why did this have to happen the way it did? Why did these events have to occur this way instead of building it up a little bit more so that we had a bunch more screen time and development as a group of events to make you feel a little bit more anguish and a lot more sorrow for what's going to come up next? Because we first end off with the supposed death of Merlin, but he is the title character. He's not going to die, obviously. And Arthur does not die at all throughout the entire series until later on in season 5. But that's another story. So now we're just leading up to the whole thing of who is actually going to die because of the thing of sealing up the seal between worlds requires a blood sacrifice. So, yay. We're going to have character death in Season 4's opener, which is going to really sell for a lot of reasons, none of which work for me. None of which work for me. But, I guess we'll go into all of my gripes and issues with this season opener next week with part 2 of The Darkest Hour.